You sat in that meeting. Someone unrolls the roadmap. Q1, QT, Q3, milestones, owners, dates, everyone nods. It looks like progress. 6 weeks later, it's already falling apart. Not because anyone missed a deadline, because nobody actually agreed on where you were going in the first place. Here's the sentence I want you to leave this video with. A plan tells people what to do. A vision tells people what to want. Most leaders spend their energy on the first one and almost none on the second, which is exactly backwards. I'm Archie Woods. I spend my professional life inside organizations trying to change how they work, which, if you strip away the frameworks and the jargon, really just means I spend my life watching what makes people follow someone and what makes them quietly stop. This channel is about that. Leadership, building things, faith, the stuff that actually adds up to a life worth living. If that's useful to you, stick around. This is the first video of 10, and I'm going to try to earn your subscription, not ask for it. But today, I want to start with the thing I think most everyone gets backwards. Here's what happens in almost every team I've ever worked with. Something isn't working, morale is down, execution is slow, people seem checked out, and leadership's answer is almost always the same. We need a better plan, a clearer roadmap, better OKRs, a tighter process, more discipline in the execution. So I was working with a software delivery team, one of the most fun teams that I've had. Because of their experience, they got handed a difficult project with an impossible deadline. It included using brand new AI technology that regulated the confidence in answers from other AI, and if successful, could save a lot of man hours. They did have a slight idea how exciting the project could be, but all of the team got from senior leadership was a plan, a solution already decided, an impossible deadline, and constant attention to how they were tracking to that deadline. After 3 weeks of what seemed like a fast approaching eternity, the team somehow, against all odds, made the deadline. Things mostly worked. They had a proof of concept that could be used to understand if this technology would work for the business. The bad part was, in the process, this team went through hell. Constant requests for updates, and the only support they got was being told the deadline was the most important thing. To the point where the date became a huge joke within the team, and they still use it to this day. The team didn't want to accomplish something significant by the end, they just wanted the nightmare to stop. I can only imagine how this story would be different if they were given vision. Look, okay, hear me out. Plans aren't bad. You need them. But a plan is a tool for people who already want to get somewhere. If people don't want to get there, a better plan just makes the wrong destination more efficient. That's the trap. We treat unclear direction like it's a planning problem when it's actually a seeing problem. Let me define terms, because I think this is where most leadership advice gets sloppy. A plan is a sequence. First this, then that, then that. It answers how and when. A vision is a picture. It answers, what does this actually look like when it's true? And more importantly, why would anyone want that to be true? Here's the test I use. If you took your plan away from your team right now, no roadmap, no steps, no deadlines, would they still know what you're trying to build? Would they still want it? If the answer's no, you don't have a vision problem disguised as a planning problem. You have a vision problem, full stop. And no amount of better planning fixes that. It just organizes the confusion more neatly. This is the part I think gets missed constantly in leadership trainings. Vision isn't a slide. It's not a sentence you write once at an offsite, put on your wall. Vision is something people have to be able to see clearly enough that they could describe it to someone else without you in the room. That's the whole distinction. Planning organizes action. Vision creates ownership, and you cannot plan your way into ownership. You have to help people see it first. So what does seeing first actually mean in practice? 3 things quickly. 1, vision has to be concrete, not aspirational. Become a customer-first company is aspirational. A customer can get a real person on the phone in under 2 minutes is a picture. People can't move toward a feeling. They can move toward a picture. 2, vision has to answer why it matters to them, not just why it matters to the business. If the only person who benefits from your vision is the org chart, don't expect anyone else to carry it when you're not in the room. And 3, vision has to come before the plan gets made, not after. This is the one people skip. Most planning sessions start with, what do we need to do? Instead of, what do we need to be true? Reverse that order and the plan you end up with is completely different because now it's in service of something people can actually see. So here's what I'd actually do with this starting today. Before your next planning meeting, ask your team one question. If this works, what will be true that isn't true now? Not tasks, not metrics on a dashboard. What will be true? What will someone notice, feel, experience differently? Get specific enough that a stranger could picture it. If your team can answer that clearly and consistently, you have a vision, and now a plan will actually serve it. If they can't, or if you get 5 different answers, that's not a planning gap. That's the real work. Do that first. A plan tells people what to do. A vision tells people what to want. Get the second one right, and the first one gets a lot easier. This video is 1 of 10. Over this season, I'm going to walk through how I think about leadership, the things I'm building outside of work, and some bigger questions about what actually makes a life worth living. If that's something you think you want to go through with me, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.